Welcome to SaaS Flow. Today we are changing the game. We are diving into front-end system design, specifically how micro front-ends work in real-life projects. Imagine this, 50 developers across 10 teams, all fighting over one massive Angular application. Every single deployment becomes a bottleneck because you're all blocking each other. You're dealing with enormous bundle sizes, glacial build times, and repeated merge conflicts that keep everyone stuck. If your enterprise app feels like a house of cards that's one commit away from collapsing, it's not just a process problem, it's an architectural one. We need a better way to scale. Let's talk about how micro front ends solve this. Ahash Tunsit, ever wonder how we scale massive enterprise apps? In a traditional monolith, every feature is just one big tangled mess. That's where micro frontends come in. Instead of one giant app, we use a shell, a lightweight host that stitches together independent applications like dashboard, orders, or users. The real magic, each team owns their own MFE completely. It's decoupled, it's scalable, and it's how massive enterprise apps finally get the speed they need. Check out the deep dive on SaaS Flow. Let's modernize your architecture. Doesn't ever wonder how this actually looks in production. Here's the blueprint. The Shell app is our conductor. It handles global navigation and security. It then stitches in our MFEs, dashboard, orders, reports, and users dynamically on demand. The best part, because each MFE is a standalone app, the dashboard team can ship a feature without waiting for the orders team. It's true independent deployment, meaning no more blocking each other's releases. Let's keep scaling. Want to know how enterprise apps scale without collapsing? It's all about module federation. Check this code out for orders. We used to call load remote module method will give remote name as orders and expose module as dot slash module as shown in code. That's it. You can lazy load your micro frontends, build them independently, and share dependencies across the whole app. Whether you're working with Angular, React, or Vue, Webpack Module Federation stitches it all together at runtime. It's the ultimate way to keep teams autonomous and apps performant. The biggest challenge with micro frontends isn't the split, it's the communication. How do we keep independent apps in sync without creating a tangled mess? It's as simple as an event bus.emit open parenthesis, quote user logged in, quote close parenthesis, semicolon. By using custom events, RxJS subjects, or even a shared NGRX store, we can broadcast data across boundaries while keeping our teams completely autonomous. No tight coupling, no deployment blockers, just clean reactive architecture. So why go through the trouble of splitting your front end? It comes down to one word, velocity. When you move to a micro front end architecture, your teams get total autonomy. They deploy when they want, scale exactly how they need, and choose the technology that actually fits the problem at hand. No more waiting for monolithic release cycles or dealing with framework lock-in. You're trading one giant, fragile application for 10 fast, independent, and scalable machines. If you want to stop the release bottlenecks and finally start shipping daily, you need this architecture. Look, I've been talking up micro front ends, but let's be real, they aren't a free lunch. There are significant trade-offs. When you split the monolith, you suddenly have to solve for shared authentication, global design systems, and complex routing between apps. Version management becomes a nightmare if you aren't careful, and if you don't optimize, you will take a performance hit. Don't jump into MFEs just because they're trendy. Do it only when the pain of your monolith team blocking and slow deployments outweighs the cost of this complexity. Stop right there. Before you split your application, let's be honest, you probably don't need micro front ends. If you're a small team building an MVP or working on a simple dashboard, adding MFE architecture is just adding technical debt. MFEs are a solution for organizational problems, not technical ones. They solve the too many teams fighting over one repo issue, not the how do I make my app fast issue. If you don't have the organizational problem, stay in your monolith. Keep it simple, keep it fast. We've gone from the struggles of the monolith to a fully independent, scalable MFE architecture. You now have the blueprint to stitch modules, manage state, and deploy with confidence. Architecture is a journey, not a destination, so keep iterating. If you found this series on micro frontends helpful, make sure to hit that like button, share this with your engineering team, and subscribe to SaaS Flow. Thanks for building with me. Catch you in the next one.